Welcome to Iconic TV Live, and today is a day that you want to just stop, clear everything off your plate, because I'm going to show you the exact steps that you need to have in order to build an agentic team in your business. Obviously, right now, the goal is to have the most efficient business so you can scale and grow profitably. And in order to do that, you need to take advantage of the tools that are out there, even if you're a little scared about it, if you're not sure if you could do it, if you should do it, how to do it right, how much is it going to cost you? Because here's the thing. Right now, with so many people talking about AI, so many people saying they're an expert, one thing that they're not saying is the how. They're telling you what to do. People are telling you the tools to use, where to find them, but they're not telling you how to turn it into an actual profitable business. How to actually build a strategy around the tools rather than build your business around tools and toys. So today we're going to break the rules. We're going to show you what actually works, an actual framework that you can have, and how to implement it, and how you can do it within 15 minutes. Get all your questions answered. That's an extra bonus we have for you if you stick around. And if it's your first time here to Iconic TV Live, please subscribe down below. This is a new channel. We're all focused on growing and scaling your business in this year. How big do we want to grow? We want to grow it to 7 figures. Why not? Right? And if you've been struggling and you've been in business for more than 3 years and you can't cross that 7-figure mark, then please reach out to us. We'll have some tools at the end that you can grab and access right away. And we do this channel every Tuesday at 2 o'clock, or as close to that as we can get it, so that you can come here and use this as a free recipe book, if you will, to grow your business. All that we're teaching you are the strategies and the principles that work, not the hacks, not the fads, not the get rich quick things. So if you have a serious business and you want to grow it in a big way and you want to do it quickly without all the stress and struggle and overwhelm, then you're in the right place here on Iconic TV. And you can always visit us at iconicbusinessadvisors.com. Book a call, go to callconnie.com. There's a lot of ways to reach us, but I want to dive into the topic right now of what we're talking about today. And that is building an agentic workforce. We're going away from the tools and the tips, and this is taking it a whole other level, another quantum leap jump into actually building a workforce in your business so that you don't have to do it all. And there is a great platform that I'm going to share with you that you can use that will be coming up in a couple days. So if you want to be one of the first people on it, try the platform for free for a couple weeks, see if it works for you, get some help. That's what we want you to do today. And so when you're looking at agentic workers, right? So not just, typing in and giving prompts, but this is people that are doing the work for you, your robots, your agents that are doing the work for you. And since we're building a framework, this is the 7-figure AI framework that you want for your business, okay? And you're going to look at 3 different categories of your business that you want to master first. Don't try to go all in on everything when you first start. Just focus one bite at a time. You don't just take a whole plate of great food and shove it up to your face. You actually use your utensils and take a bite, take another bite, take another bite, take another bite, and then you have everything mastered. This is how we're going to do this the same way. And so there's 3 categories that you're going to be looking at: distinguish, disrupt, and dominate. And so this is where you're, first of all, you've got to get the clarity around your business. Why am I even employing all of these agents, and how many do I need? Then you want to understand, how can I use these agents to get me more clients, more business? And then how can I do it to make sure that all my systems are in place so that I can have massive cash flow? So all of those things have to come in order. And if you do it out of order, all you're going to do is create chaos. So we're going to give you this framework. And if you want it afterwards, or you just type framework anywhere below, wherever you're watching us, and let us know where you're watching so that we can get this to you. So I'm going to go through it step by step. I'll give you a review at the end so you know exactly what to do. But I always like to say, well, how do you do it and how do you not do it? Because there's been a lot of information since the last couple years. When was it? In 2023, everything came out. And we jumped right in, right? We wanted to be first to figure it out so our clients would know how. But sometimes you have to kind of pull back a little bit and figure out, okay, what do I need to do to make sure it works? And so what you want to do is maybe not what everybody else is doing, okay? So you don't want to just get random tools without a strategy. Using ChatGPT, it's the first one out of the gate, right? It's very familiar for a lot of people, but there's just one-off tasks. It doesn't remember things. And there's no integration. What do you do with your data? There's no flow. How do you keep it? And how do you keep it safe? So AI has become a toy for a lot of people, which is not good, instead of a workforce. What we're talking today is up-leveling to a workforce. And again, like I said, it's not really transforming your business, but maybe it's just saving you a couple minutes here and there. So what do we want to have you do is we're going to show you how you can use 9 different agents, one for each of these roles that I'm talking about. Build it around the 7-figure formula so everything is connected. It's strategic. It's not a tool. And then, of course, you can start compounding this leverage across every stage of your business. And that's really where it makes it work. So what side are you on? Are you are you in the red? And you're like, oh, I think I should just use it here and use it there. And I wrote an email with it, and I got a good headline of a subject line or a good title for my website. But see how that's not strategic. It's very hit and a miss. And sometimes that actually takes up more time than you need. I remember when AI started and I was trying to do it, and I'm an author and I've published many books and bestsellers. And then when I tried to use AI, I was like, oh my God, this takes 3 times as long as me just writing it myself. Now, I have to admit, it's probably a little better than me. But as you're getting started and as you're trying to figure it out, you have to find that balance. And you still, no matter how good it might look, you still can't take it straight off the stove and eat right out of the pan. Okay. You have to actually take it, look at it, adjust it, match it to what you're trying to do. Now, when you're using these platforms that I'm going to show you, and you tie it to the framework, then you barely have to touch it at all. Okay, you can almost eat right out of the pan. So this is the question for you. There's no right or wrong answer, but it is an important question. Is that, are you going to do it yourself, or are you going to have it done for you? If you're anything like me, you like things fast, right? And as we always say, speed is sexy, and it's going to get you there faster. I would rather be moving fast and iterate as I'm going there than going so slow trying to make everything perfect. So you can do it yourself in a lot of ways. And for example, there's like Claude or OpenClaw, and you can go out there and do those things and have everything running, and you're just using one of those platforms. But there are some big downsides to that. One of them is the risk and the safety. Another one is the cost. Tell me if you see anybody telling you how much this costs. It's very rare that people are telling you when they say they have all these systems and different computers and everything set up all over the place. I saw one woman who was an expert, and she had 79 agents working for her. 79. And I don't know where that line is, where it's a little too much and not enough, sort of that Goldilocks thing, I guess. Where's that line? 79. But what she didn't say is, how much is it costing? How much usage is that? That's where people get into trouble. And because they just think, oh, I'll do another one, do another one, do another one, right? But that can be sort of a gateway drug in a way. And you're like, oh, I'll try more, I'll try more. And then you're addicted. But you don't have anything but chaos. You just have a whole bunch of gears all over the place. And kind of like that, right? It's gears, but you don't have an actual system that's efficient, like a well tuned watch and finely engineered machine. That's what we're trying to build for you today. Okay. So when we look at these three categories, I'm going to break these down. I've got a whole summary of this. If you want the summary of the framework, just type framework down below. I'll get you the whole framework. If you want us to help you with that, we can do that too. If you just want to call and figure out where do I start, we can do that too. Just let us know where you are and we'll move you forward. Okay. So again, this is the framework that we're talking about: distinguish, disrupt, and dominate. Now I'm going to break this down step by step so you can see what to do, where are you, and what agent do you need. Each one of these steps ties to an agent. And so we're going to get you an agent for all of this. And so let's take a look at these so you can see how it works and what you need to do. So agent number one, we're talking about the thought leadership agent. And so think of this as your authority builder 24/7. Okay. And what you want to do here is this one. I'll give you just some examples of what this one can do in your business. Okay. I'll go through these really quick. So, for example, you can elevate your authority by doing LinkedIn posts, articles. You can do podcast outlines. Maybe your agent is going to monitor competitors or trending conversations. Perhaps it's repurposing your IP. Maybe it's doing schedules and cues for your content so that automatically it gets filled in for you. Okay. So again, this is about building your authority. Agent number two, this is the market intelligence agent. And this is figuring out, let's really talk about who is your ideal client and how do you find them. And, this is the thing that can go scrape and synthesize all this client information and data, use it for posts. It can build and update your ICP. It can monitor and track different activities of what's happening even in your CRM, what's happening with your clients. And of course, it's also going to feed insights and direct you to the messaging in your system that needs to be addressed. All right. And so it can also do this in very real language. It doesn't have to be sounding like AI, right? And making sure that it's actually you, your voice, your tone, right? Your style, all of that has to be you. And then the third one, this is really awesome because now we're talking about lead generation agents. Do you know the number one thing that people always say? They usually come to us and say, I definitely need more money. I need more revenue, more cash flow. But then I say, what's the biggest problem? Do you know what they all say? They all say, I need more leads. I need more leads. So why don't we do that? Why don't we have an agent for you to get you more leads and build out the lead generation aspect, finding the right platforms, knowing exactly the messaging that we need to do, even doing ads if that's something that you want to build in. So how much time would this alone take off your plate if you could do that? So again, that's that first pillar here that we're looking here, that blue bottom row. That's the first thing of the first three agents that we're going to do. So let's go into the next one. Is this making sense so far? Okay. So again, if you want the whole framework, we'll get you the entire framework. So agent number 4 is the revenue optimizer. Okay. How many times you're like, okay, I'm doing it all, but why is the money not coming in? Well, let's see what your agent can actually start doing for you now. And so the goal here of agent number 4 is looking at where are the leaks in your business, right? Let's get a full picture of the revenue process and what are the models you're doing, the scenarios, because there's something missing. It's like an engine misfiring. And so what we recommend is we do tips. We do an analysis, an assessment, look at your models, your pricing, what are your upsells, your offers. We're going to look at your top 20% of revenue generating activities, and it's also going to alert you. Wouldn't it be great if you notice that, wow, somebody told you, hey, our numbers are going down, our profits going down, down, down. And somebody said, hey, I noticed it right away. This is like where a little drip becomes a huge flood. right? And the pipes burst. This is what happens to a lot of people in business. They don't realize that they have little drip, 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 little leaks in their business are causing them to ultimately have a great burst. Their pipes are going to burst. And you have to think about that. Do you actually have anybody watching, like behind the scenes? Where are these little slips, these little cracks in the vase happening, and how can you catch them? And that's what your new agents can do. So that's agent number 4. Okay. So how many would you like to have? Imagine if they could do this and you had your own personal agent as well, your own little sidekick, or like a digital twin who could do all of this for you. That's what we're looking at. Okay. It gets kind of exciting when you look at all these opportunities. So now we're talking about agent number 5, and agent number 5 is the offer design agent. Whatever your offer is, it has to be iconic. You need an iconic premium offer. And a lot of people have been doing the same thing for so long, they don't even know if it works, or has their audience shifted, but their offer hasn't moved with it. So how do you know that what you're offering the market is exactly right? Well, now you can have your agents analyze that. Maybe you want to make some tweaks. Maybe it's time for a price increase. Everybody's raising their prices and you're not. How do you test if it's time to raise your prices, right? So imagine somebody working in the background, doesn't need attention 24/7, no sick days, no off, no gossiping at the water cooler, who's just working this, is totally focused on getting you the profits and revenue that you need, and making sure your offer is going to set you apart from everybody else. So now we go to agent number 6, and this is the leverage and visibility agent. So people in business are finding out when there's so much AI that people are focused on that. And I would say it's been about 85 to 95% of the people in our workshops say the things we were doing before are not working anymore, or I have to do more in order to just stay even. Not to get ahead, but to just stay even. Are you feeling that? And here's the other problem. They don't know what to do. They don't know which way to go. How do they pivot when the market is telling you you have to do something different? So those are 3 big problems. And so this is where agent number 6 can come in and look at different ways for you to have leverage in your business. And so when you're looking at this agent, we're really looking at what else could we do to get you out there, get you in front of the world. Maybe, spotted some speaking opportunities or podcasts that you could go on, some partnerships that you could form. How can we leverage your personality? How can we maximize your time? And how do we follow up with these? If you've ever tried to get on a podcast circuit or a speaking circuit, maybe you have great content and you've been polishing your skills, but you can't get out there, right? Have somebody in the background do it. I know we've had people who would just go around and just focus on booking me on podcasts and speaking engagements. And you know what? They were only, well, I'll say they're mediocre. And they tried hard, but it's hard work to have somebody specific that is out there to get you visibility, get you on stages, get you in front of more eyeballs. And if you hire a professional agency, guess what? You're not the focus. They have 10, 20, 100,000 other clients. So now with your new agent, agent number 6 is your secret PR person, getting you out there, making sure that you are always top of mind for all of your audience and for your prospects. So if you want to know, how do I take all of these and how do I know exactly which ones I need in what order, we can help you out with that. Just go to callconnie.com. We will put together a strategy for your business so that you can figure out which agents do I need, which ones don't I need, where I have really good people, and then who in my company is going to have oversight over them to make sure that they don't go rogue. Maybe you've heard about what happened with Alibaba or some of these other companies where they didn't watch out for their kids, right? You still have to keep your dog on a leash. And this is important, right? This is where people mess up. And this is what causes people to get a little scared. So there's 3 more agents that I want to tell you about, and let's look at these really quickly, and then I'll give you a review and I'll give you the framework. If you want it, just type framework down below. I will get you a framework for how to set up all of your agents and where to do it and how to try it for free, because it might not be your thing. But if you could get a free way to test 8 different agents, 9 different agents, have some personal ones for yourself, wouldn't it be great? And if you could just start, maybe just one, try one, and then the second one works. And, in a couple of weeks, you're like, you know what? I got these up now. I think I'm ready to move this forward. That's exactly what we want to help you out with. Your agent number 7 is your talent and team agent. You need a team if you're going to go from 6 figures to 7 figures in 1 year or less. And this is where this agent comes in. Always on the lookout, always helping you hire these people, always checking on your whole team, not just how do you hire a team, should you hire a team, but what about the performance of your existing team? Are they up to snuff? What about when it's time to review sales calls? And imagine if you had somebody to do that for you, or figure out their scores or their reviews every quarter, every year, or remind you and put these people on your calendars. All kinds of wonderful things that this one can do. Now, when you go to agent number 8, oh, this is the fun part. This is your sales intelligence agent. Phew, you don't have to do it all yourself. So imagine somebody handling this for you. And this is their job 24/7, your sales. So would this take a little bit of pressure off of you? Would this maybe allow you to get more into the realm of high ticket sales and conversions, preparing your sales calls, handling the sales calls? Imagine giving all the follow-up assets and resources and RFPs after a sales call. It can create the whole thing and present it for you. Even make a custom website based on that presentation with a client, doing all the follow up, putting it in your pipeline. Oh, let me tell you, when I ran sales teams, one of the hardest things that we had as running a whole team, the most difficult challenge was getting the sales team to actually document their activity. I don't know why it's so hard. We would go from all kinds of different tools and CRMs, and I've been brought into many companies where we actually built ground up sales systems and CRMs and everything that were awesome. But none of it works if nobody's documenting everything. And so when you have a team and you have sales, you do need to know where's the money going. We even have some clients that are just adamant about not talking about numbers. They don't want to talk about their sales numbers and their revenue numbers. I'm like, I can't help you if you don't want to talk numbers. This is what we do. We scale you to $1 million in a year. You can't hide your numbers. So if you can't see them, you can't grow them and change them. And if people won't enter it, you've got a problem. But what if your salespeople had an AI agent who could do it all for them? And then you would get your data. See, this is the key, is having a way where your data flows through a system so you're actually in control of knowing what to do. This is so much more than just writing an email reply. Okay, this is really integrating everything together. But I think this sales piece is one of the biggest parts that people crave. Is I need leads and then I want you to close them, right? Nobody wants to do anything. I think they all just want to go sit on a beach and I don't know what they want to do. But now you actually can have this, okay? Again, keep in mind, it's not just silicon, okay? You need the carbon, the people, and then the two work together. This is where we come in with AI workforce design, where we know the right ratio of human to agent, okay? And if you get it wrong, number one, you're going to be a very unpopular company to work for. You're probably going to lay off a whole bunch of people. You see this everywhere. People are getting laid off constantly, and they say, oh, we can't keep the people because it's AI. No, you can't keep the people because you don't understand AI in your business. If you understood the ratio of how to work the two together, you'd have a much more profitable business, and you'd have a business where people are lining up at the door to come work for you. Right now, these companies that are laying people off, they're destroying their reputation, and they're destroying their inner culture within the company with the people that remain. And it is not going to go well for them, especially when they're a public company. So you have to know, how do I actually have a perfect match, right? Where the two go hand in hand. And that is what we actually like to build for you. So let's make sure we are able to do that. Don't just try and, make it all me, myself, and I, $1 billion company and 87 or 79 robots like that one woman had. Okay. Also, yes, it's more affordable when you have a lot of agents working a lot of things. But you will also see there are companies out there that laid off everybody, and then they realized, uh-oh, I need to call them back because now they don't know what's going on, okay? So it's a matching system, and I have a platform that'll do that for you. It's called Agentic, and you can actually get 14 days free trial on that and see, oh, I see how it works. If you love it, keep doing it, right? So when you come on, I'll give you the agents, and I'll give you 100,000 credits so you can try it to your heart's delight. And we will even help you get all set up and give you a strategy that makes it work. That's the best part, okay? Because why? You need the operations and you need the scaling. And that is with systems and strategy. And you put those two together and it's like peanut butter and chocolate. All right. So this is very important. You have to have systems because you don't want to be babysitting your company. You don't want to do all the work. Again, one of the other things that comes up in our workshops that we do live and online on Tuesdays is that people are saying they're overwhelmed and they can't catch up, and that all the work flows to them. Like they're the single source of truth, and this isn't good. That everything has to go to them and they can't break away. And so you end up hating your business. And that's no fun. I've been there, and this is why we built this business now, actually ground up, and started clean slate, clean canvas. Not everybody has to do that, but we wanted to make sure that if we're going to help everybody get into an AI powered business, that we do it ourselves first. And that's what we did. And that's why we're licensed in this and certified. And that's why we want to show this to you. So again, now you've got the scaling agent. And here's something else that we did for you guys. This is called Codex, okay? And this is coaching on demand experience. So a lot of people come to us and they're like, yes, help me out. Let's look at the big picture. And we work together for a long time. We have people that work with us from 1 year to 5, 6 years. And they love it. Why? Because their business just keeps going up, 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 up. But there are also people out there who, number one, can't afford us, or number two, just need some instant answers. Like, hey, I really need a quick strategic look at something, or can you help me out with this? Or there's this missing piece. I can't find what goes in the middle here, how to make this work, or I've tried this for 6 months, or everything fell apart, or my key person left. How do I find another key person? These are kind of things where Codex comes in. And you can go to iconicbusinessadvisors.com. That's our main website. Scroll all the way to the bottom of the page and you'll see Codex, or look at the top navigation and click there, and you'll go and find out everything about Codex, and you'll see what this is. And basically what we're doing is using all of the tools to help you in a very condensed time frame. So imagine if you could get all of your answers that you need on the spot in about 15 minutes, and we deliver it to you in the method that you like. Do you want it personally delivered, or do you want to come into our founders advisory? It's like a round table of CEOs, and then we deliver the answer to you there. The answer just has to be that we give you the answer in under 15 minutes. If it's something that's going to take a really long time, like a big old session with us, like our clients work with us like in an hour session or 45-minute session. If you need something like that, that'd be a little different. We'd let you know. But imagine if you could just get a quick answer. Like, I just need to know this. Great. Book it. Okay. So that's Codex. I wanted to share that with you. And then again, here's the summary, right, of how you build the whole workforce for yourself. And again, look at where are you? What do you need? We always start with a diagnostic. And we first have to say, where are you? Are you in Northeast, Southwest, right? We have to know where you are. Are you losing money, making money? Are you on the uptrend? Are you flat, which means you flatlined, you're about to die, or you're going down quick? And then we're going to start with the entry agents. Where do we start? Which ones do we need? Again, you have the framework. If you want the framework, type framework below. Then we're going to define the rules and the roles that all of your agents need so you know who's in the playground. And then we're going to connect it to your stack. What do you have? You don't need to change all your stuff, okay? You don't need a new CRM. You don't have to switch from, Pipedrive to Salesforce or anything like that. Whatever you have, it all works together, which is the best part. And then we're going to make sure that we measure everything and track everything, because we have to know how it's working. If it's not working, we need to know where we're tweaking things. And the more you're working with this and these more agents, and the more it gets familiar with you, the better it gets. And it not only does what you say, but it also suggests, hey, you know what? It's been a while since we looked at this. Let's try this out. Okay. I can give you, if you want a demo, if you want me to show you exactly how it is, you want to go to our site and like play with it and see, like, if I did this and based on my business and how much we sell our offer for and how many clients, all of that kind of stuff, keep watching, because I have a whole bunch more videos coming up so you can see exactly how to play with it, what it takes, what you need to do. And it's really, really fun. So I always say, hey, it's not a toy, but it doesn't mean doing all of this in business can't be fun, right? So what's the next move? What do you want to do? I'm going to give you the framework next, but let me just recap really quick. So there's a couple things. You can go to Agentic. Now, it's, again, this is literally still in waitlist. If you get an error, just give it a day, give it 24 hours. So they're linking the site up so it's public, okay? Because I want you guys to go in and so you can try a free trial. Give it 24 hours, but you can write that down, Agentic, and that's where you can try all these agents out, okay? And you can have us help you. You can do it on your own, however you want to. And then, of course, don't forget, if you want to watch, hey, how can I put this in? And you want an interactive, engaging workshop, we do 2 of these a month. One is in person and one is online. So you can go to the iconicworkshop.com and you can register there, and then you can do it with us, right? And we can walk you through everything together. And so let me go ahead and go through all of these frameworks for you real quick. Okay, there's different phases, and these are the different agents that we're going to get set up for you as far as what you need with each one. Okay, so you're going to have your thought leadership agent, the market intelligence agent, and the lead generation. This is to get you distinguished, to get you the clarity that you need. All right. Then we are going to go into phase 2. Okay. And phase 2, this is where we're going to disrupt everything. We're going to make it work for you by not doing what you did in the old days. Okay. You've got agent number 4. That's your revenue optimization agent. Agent 5 is your offer design agent. Agent 6, leverage and visibility. You definitely need to get seen. Agent 7 is your talent and your team. 8 is your sales intelligence agent. 9 is your scaling agent. And when you put it all together, this is your blueprint. This is the framework and the roadmap that you're going to go through. And then how do we put it together, right? Remember we talked about maybe a little link, and how do we put all these pipes together in a way that works? How do we build it out? That's where you come to us and we will do that. And these are all the steps. We're going to do your diagnostic, figure out what you actually need, choose the right agents and the roles, put it all together so it works within your system. And we essentially like build out a whole new operating system where everything talks together, and then we measure and optimize. And then the choice really comes down to which way do you want to do it? Do you want to do it on your own? Or do you want to have it done for you? Okay. And so if you want to, like, I just want to dig my hands in, hey, come to one of our workshops. You want to have it done for you, you can go to Agentic. We can help you out with that. But here is the bottom line. And the future of scale without stress is what we're trying to do, right? And don't use AI like an expensive notepad. And what you want to do is build an actual AI workforce so that you can transition your business from just you doing everything to architecting an intelligent, always on business. So hopefully that sounds really good to you. And what I want to do is encourage you, pick your next move. Which way do you want to go? How can we help you? And then, of course, come back next week, Tuesday, 2 o'clock, or somewhere around there. We will be here, and we're going to continue on this. Next 3 weeks, we are doing a business lab, and we're going to talk to you about how do you integrate AI into your business. We told you these 3 phases. We're going to go through these 3 phases over the next 3 weeks so that you can do it with us, right? And you're going to love it. So come back. If you need a replay, let us know. If you can't be here at 2 p.m. Pacific, then connect with us. Just type framework down below, and then we'll make sure to get you a replay. And in the replay, you'll get all the extra tools that we have. So until then, be iconic, and we'll see you next Tuesday at 2.